Hello guys and welcome to Vlogging Project. In today's video I'm gonna do a quick speed test between the Oneplus 5T, this is the 128GB version with 8GB of RAM, and the Huawei Mate 10, this is the 64GB version with just 4GB of RAM. It's gonna be very interesting to see whether the RAM difference is actually going to translate in any actual difference within the RAM management. Also, I'm very curious to see whether the Kirin 970 can actually finally keep up with the big boy over here with the Snapdragon 835 inside. Now both of those phones can be bought for about £400 at the moment. That's why I'm not testing the Pro version, because it's quite a lot more expensive. So these two are quite competitive. Now in case you're interested, I've got the Huawei Mate 10 review coming down next week, and I'm gonna do a comprehensive comparison between those two phones. But today let's focus on the speed. Now before we start the actual test, let's talk about specifications a little bit. On the right side I've got the Oneplus 5T rocking the Snapdragon 835, which is a 10nm chipset. It has 8 Cryo 280 custom cores, 4 of them are more powerful, clocked at 2.45 GHz, and the other 4 are the power efficient cores, clocked at 1.9 GHz. Now the GPU inside is the Adreno 540, clocked at 710 MHz, and as I already told you, I've got the 128GB version with 8GB of RAM. On the left hand side I've got the Huawei Mate 10 Pro, which rocks the Kirin 970 processor, which is again a 10nm chipset. It has 4 powerful A73 cores clocked at 2.4 GHz plus 4 power efficient cores A57, which are clocked at 1.8 GHz. Now it's very interesting that the GPU inside the Mali G72 is actually more powerful, clocked at 767 MHz, and as I already said, I've got the 64GB version with 4GB of RAM. Actually that's the only version of the Mate 10. So let's do it, baby. Okay, first of all, the fingerprint readers, let me tell you straight away that the one on the Oneplus 5T is just a little bit quicker. But again, it's placed at the back, and the one of the Huawei Mate 10 Pro is just a little bit slower, but it's definitely quick enough, and basically it depends what kind of positioning do you prefer, but both of them do not disappoint. Now, the conditions that I'm gonna do this speed test are the following. Now, I'm gonna go to developer options in both of those phones, guys. And I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do actually. Now let's see, developer options. Let me just quickly find it. Multitasking with both hands. I'm not quite sure how efficient is that going to be, but let's see. I missed that on both phones. Now, okay, I'm talking about the animations, guys. On both phones, I've set them up to 0.5 actually animation scale, which is going to help a little bit with the transitions and everything else. And the other condition that I've got over here is the display settings of the Mate 10. Actually, I'm not gonna go in full resolution, I'm gonna run it at full HD resolution, simply because even at full HD the display is actually sharper than the full HD display on the Oneplus 5T. Yes, I know it's full HD plus, you've got a little bit more pixels, but anyway, now I'm gonna power off both of these phones. Let me show that I've got nothing running at the background. Let's power off the Oneplus 5T. Oh man. Okay, let's power it off. Where is the button? Okay, I'm not gonna do a power off test because it doesn't make any sense actually, but I'm gonna do a power on test to see which phone is gonna power up quicker. So let's do it, baby. 1, 2, 3. Let's see which one is gonna power up quicker. Now let's see what is gonna get. I mean, it's not very relevant, to be honest with you, how many times are you powering on and off your phone, but I'm just curious to see which one is gonna start up quicker, guys. Now I've got password on both of these phones, so I gotta be ready over here on the Mate, and the Oneplus 5T is straight away after that. It's not a big difference anyway. Now the brightness is set to auto. I'm gonna switch it off, and as you can see, the brightness levels are pretty much not exactly equal, but in terms of, you know, how you look at them at the camera, they're looking more or less the same, guys. So these are the applications that I'm gonna run my tests on. Let me see about the brightness, by the way. I think this one is a little bit brighter. Okay guys, so let's kick off this test by opening up a couple of applications. After that we're gonna move to the games and finally we're gonna do the benchmarks. So YouTube, now both of those phones are connected to the same network, and as you can see the Mate 10 was a little bit quicker in that occasion. Let's open up Play Store, a little bit quicker the Mate 10 once again. Let's open up Instagram. More or less the same. I think I've pressed this button a little bit later on. Now Chrome, let's see Chrome. Let's see what do we get. Pretty much the same, I would say. So by the way, if you're enjoying my videos, press the subscribe button to help me out a little bit. Guys, let's do Twitter now. Let's see. Again, the Mate was a little bit quicker. Now let's see the newest tweets. Oh man, quite a lot of them actually. Let's see. Okay, and let's check the scrolling actually. Let's check the scrolling. Oh, it's nice over here. Over here is not exactly that nice. The scrolling is a little bit nicer of the OnePlus 5T. Anyway, we've got all of those applications running at the background now. Let's kick off with a little bit of games, guys. Now, the new Tekken game. It's a little bit of a disappointment to me because I expected a little bit more from the Tekken. It's more kind of RPG elements, quite a lot of them, and I really don't like that, to be honest with you. Now let's see which phone is gonna open up the Tekken quicker. It's a bit of a heavy game. I don't think it's well optimized so far. The Mate was just a little bit quicker, guys. Let's press fight over here, and now I'm gonna exit this game. Now let's check Mortal Kombat, guys. Mortal Kombat is quite a heavy game, and a lot of phones are actually struggling open up Mortal Kombat. It takes quite a while, especially for the MTK chipsets. Oh man, it's a little bit painful, but usually with the Snapdragon chipsets, they open up quite quickly. So let's see which one is going to be quicker in this occasion, guys. To be honest with you, I'm a little bit surprised of the Mate 10. It's actually quicker in some occasions than the Snapdragon 835 so far, and all we know is that the Snapdragon 835 is pretty much very well optimized for the OnePlus 5T and Oxygen OS. So let's see. In this case, the OnePlus 5T is a little bit quicker opening up Mortal Kombat, guys. Yep. Okay, let's press over here. Oh yeah, it's definitely quicker. It is definitely quicker, guys. Okay, now I'm gonna exit this application and we're gonna continue with Asphalt. Let's see what does the Asphalt say. Again, the OnePlus 5T was a little bit quicker in this occasion, and it's in. That was quick. That was definitely quick, guys. The Mate 10 is in, but not that quick as the OnePlus 5T. Bloody hell, how many things you gotta press in order to start your game. Unbelievable what they've done with the gaming nowadays. Okay, anyway, now let's do the kill shot virus. It's over here, so it doesn't matter that much. Now let's see which one is gonna be quicker. Okay, the OnePlus is in. It's already in, but let's see. These are quite heavy games, guys. Okay, the OnePlus 5T is quicker. There we go. Boom, we're in. And we have a little bit of a slowdown of the Mate 10. Okay, let's give it another 2, 3, 5, 4, 10 seconds, 20 seconds. Okay, I'm almost falling asleep. Come on, Mate 10. Come on, bloody hell. Finally. Anyway, so these were the games, guys. These were the games. Now let's do a couple of benchmarks, shall we? I'm gonna kick off with the speed test. I'm gonna choose the same server in both occasions, but let me just give me a second to choose the server so you don't see my IP. Okay guys, so I chose the same server, Vodafone UK. Let's try the OnePlus 5T. Now I'm not doing this by the same time because the bandwidth is not shared properly and equally between both phones. So that's why I'm gonna run one after another, guys. Now 20 megabits, that's pretty much the best internet I can get in my area. I know it sucks, but don't forget we are in the UK. The internet speeds are absolutely ridiculous for what we pay. Actually, I pay £30 for this internet, which is ridiculous, guys. Let's be honest. Okay, so now the OnePlus 5T is done, so let's do the Huawei Mate 10. Let's see what we're gonna get. I have the feeling that the OnePlus, actually the Mate 10 is gonna be quicker, and it is a little bit quicker, guys. Remember when it was downloading some stuff of the Tekken, it was quicker. That's why, I mean, Kirin 970, it's oh man, it's quick, it's quick, it's quick. As you can see, the upload speeds are more or less the same, but download speeds are actually double on the Kirin chipset, guys. Man, that is impressive. So now let's continue with a couple of more applications. Let's do which one? Let's do Epic Citadel now, and I'm gonna tell you why I'm gonna do Epic Citadel and what kind of results am I going to get. That's very weird. That's very weird. Something very weird going on over here, guys. Now, as you can see, the Epic Citadel, it's off the market now. You cannot download this application anymore. They stopped the support. I don't know why they've done that, but let's do the benchmark. 1, 2, 3. Now, both of these phones you're gonna have absolutely no problem when gaming. But let me tell you something, guys. You have to sideload this application. Now, when you sideload it, you have to install the APK, and after that, you have to download the OBB files. Now, these are two different types of files, one for the Snapdragon chipsets and one for the MTK chipsets. If you install the MTK files on the Snapdragon, the application is going to crash, and vice versa. But it's very interesting that in this particular case, because there are no specific files for the Kirin chipsets, actually the MTK files are working on the Huawei Mate 10, which makes me believe that the way this processor was done is more or less based on the MTK, architecture rather than the Snapdragon variant, guys. So that's something very interesting, to be honest with you. Now, the application is gonna be done pretty much in a sec, so I'm gonna just come back at the end and see which phone does better, guys. Give me a sec. Okay, guys, the benchmarking is done, and as you can see, we've got 59.9 FPS over here on the OnePlus 5T and 60.9 FPS on the Huawei Mate 10. It's not gonna make huge of a difference, 1 FPS, but I guess the difference is because, can you see that the resolution is a little bit lower because of the buttons? I don't know why they're here. They're supposed to be immersive, but for some reason they're not, guys. So now let's do a quick which one? Kazja. Now, Kazja is very interesting benchmark too, by the way. It was made on the Unity engine, which basically quite a lot more games nowadays are made in Unity. So that's gonna be pretty much very relevant for quite a lot of the games, guys. So let's see at this resolution what kind of results are we going to get in Unity. Now, this benchmark is extremely efficient because it is quite short as well, but it measures very properly the FPS, guys, at the same time. Now, as far as I can see at the moment, the Snapdragon 835 is just a little bit more powerful in this occasion, but to be honest with you, in gaming I don't see much of a difference. Now, it's very interesting that the Huawei Mate 10 has the ability to go to 720p on the screen resolution, and when I did the benchmark over here, I got crazy results, the best in the world, but the games themselves are kind of not optimized for 720p at this phone, and actually the best performance I'm getting on 1080p rather than 720p, which is weird. I don't know if it's Huawei's fault or whoever, but let me tell you that on 1080p there is no game that you're going to struggle with, guys. Okay, so the OnePlus 5T is ready, and after that is the Huawei Mate 10. 167,000 or 145,000 over here, average 83 FPS, average 72 FPS, both great results, but I'm gonna have to give the win to the OnePlus 5T, guys. And now let's move on to the rest of the benchmarks. I've got Basemark left, and in the end we're gonna do Antutu as well. 1, 2, 3. Let's see which one is going to complete this test first, guys, and then we're gonna do Antutu, and then we're gonna try opening up all the applications and see which one gets reloaded and which one doesn't. Okay, guys, so we've got the results now. The OnePlus 5T was a little bit quicker, and let's see what we have. Overall, a little bit better on the OnePlus 5T. By the way, I have no idea why the screen looks pink at the moment. To me, they look more or less the same, but I guess it's because of the camera or because the OnePlus 5T used a cheap screen. But yeah, there's the other possibility. Now, memory, actually, the memory over here is quicker. I don't know why, but anyway, the graphics, yes, a little bit more powerful. The Adreno 540. And basically web pretty much the same, guys. And now the last test is the Antutu benchmark. Let's see what do we have, and let's see actually the temperature over here, guys. Battery temperature 32.7 and 38 degrees over here. We've got a little bit more heat, and that might translate to some throttling. So let's see. I've done this before. Obviously, this one was a little bit quicker. But anyway, now when we have the phones running for quite a while now, they're a little bit hotter. This one is hotter. Let me see how hot it is. It is a little bit warm. It is a little bit warm, I must say. And this one, just a little bit warm. Just a little bit. So now let's see. I'm gonna run it once again, guys. Test again. 1, 2, 3. And I'm gonna see you in a few minutes. Okay guys, so the OnePlus 5T is done, and for whatever reason the Antutu on the Mate 10 is stuck at 80%. Now it could be because of the RAM, it could be because I've opened so many applications that this one is stuck. As you can see, before doing this test, I've done this before, they've got pretty much the same results. But the last time I did it, I didn't have that many applications open at the background, guys. So it might be a RAM management issue. And now we're going to find out actually. Is it a RAM management issue or is it something else? So now let's start opening up the games once again to see whether they're kept in the RAM, guys. Straight away, OnePlus 5T, no problems. And the Tekken has to reload on the Mate 10, unfortunately. Now let's do the Mortal Kombat over here, guys. It's in on the OnePlus 5T and it reloads again on the Mate 10. Now let's do Asphalt here. Oh, okay, at least this one is kept in the RAM, which is good. Bloody hell. Okay, so one game is kept in the RAM. Well done. Let's do Killshot Virus, guys. Now both of those games are kept in the RAM as well of both phones. So now let's proceed to the applications and see. Oh man, this one is hot. This one is hot. Let me check the temperature. Let me check the temperature. 34.3 degrees over here. And over here, let's see how many degrees do we have. 44 degrees. Oh man, this is hot. This is definitely fried at the moment. Anyway, so keep that in mind. The Huawei got fried by Antutu for some reason. Let's check, YouTube. I guess there's gonna be a huge impact on the performance now, guys, even though we're running just 1080p. Now, Play Store, let's check it out. Okay, this one was in the RAM. Instagram, this one had to reload for some reason. Okay, let's do Chrome. Straight away, you can see that the OnePlus One is opening. OnePlus One, oh man, OnePlus 5T. I'm still stuck at the OnePlus One. Now it has to reload this application as well, guys. So yeah, pretty much you saw that finally the temperature took a toll on the Mate 10, guys. So heavy multitasking is not actually, let me see. Oh man, it's hot. This is hot. This is actually hot. The full phone feels kind of hot over here, and the OnePlus 5T is just a little bit warm, guys. So basically, if I had to run this test on the full resolution of 4040p, the results will be even more visible. So overall, let's conclude this video, guys. If you're really heavy into gaming, doing a couple of things on the same time, you'll be more than pleased with the performance of the OnePlus 5T. Excellent. And now the Huawei Mate 10, I guess the 4 gigs of RAM are definitely taking a toll of the performance, guys. I'm not very happy to see that happening, but on the other hand, although I'm a heavy user, I don't really play 4 games at the same time, and I very rarely have more than 3 or 4 applications running. So basically, day-to-day usage, you're gonna have absolutely no problems with the Mate 10, guys. Now, a quick heads up, I have already pre-ordered the Galaxy S9 and I'm already filming with the Galaxy S8. I'm waiting for the audio upgrade. Upgrade, that's a new word. So basically, as soon as I get audio on the S8, I'm gonna do a speed test between the OnePlus 5T and the Mate 10. And as soon as I get the S9, I'm gonna do S9 versus the S8 to see whether the new chipset, the new Exynos chipset is quicker, guys. So stay tuned, subscribe to Vlogging Project, and see you in the next one. Adios.